Ko is a second-year middle school student. Tonight is his first time out of his room. When he got to the street, he dared to breathe heavily. Ko ran to a nearby park to play on the swings. This joy is hard to enjoy but quickly dissipates. Just the other day Ko was confessed to by a girl but he refused. More importantly, Ko didn't feel sleepy lately. Lost in thought and fell off the swing, Ko went online to seek advice from others. The phone rang, making Ko jump. Ko left and read while walking. All advice was only drinking. Passing by a vending machine, he hesitated for a while and then decided to buy a can. Suddenly, a girl appeared, startling him. Ko ran away, but she held her. She didn't care that Ko broke the law. What she cared about was that Ko wasn't sleepy. He left with her, and she told Ko why he wasn't sleepy. It was a whole day Ko couldn't be satisfied with what happened. That's why he wasn't sleepy. Seeing some drunken uncles on the roadside, she made an example for Ko to see. They are extremely satisfied with their current life. She is also very friendly even though she doesn't know them at all. Ko ran out to try it, but when they were sick, they had to high-five with the other girl. Oh, it feels different from before, so what she said was true. She invites Ko to her apartment. Open the room door to the whole room with only one mattress. She took off her jacket to reveal revealing clothes that made Ko pale. She kept him, just sleeping, nothing to be ashamed of. They turned off the lights and went to sleep. The other girl urged Ko to close his eyes. In this case, who wouldn't think this was a prostitute who was tricking him, but why did he feel so comfortable? Ko pretends to be asleep. The other girl was just waiting for that, baring her fangs and biting into Ko's neck. Ko stood up. She tried to make excuses but couldn't, so she confessed that she was a vampire. Ko was afraid that if he was bitten by a vampire, he would become their subordinate. She sneered, the only way to turn normal people into vampires is to make them fall in love with them. They went to the park together. At this time Ko confided everything to her. She also understood that he was awake because he was not satisfied. Ko stood up and begged her to turn him into a vampire. This was the first time he felt so happy. He didn't want to lose it, so he wanted to stay like this forever. She is very surprised but she has no intention of getting married. But if Ko wants to love her, then go ahead. She led Ko to the rooftop. While Ko didn't know what to do, she kicked him down. Ko screamed. She flew down to hug him. She flew him around the city where not everyone could experience it. Episode 2. The next night, Ko goes out again to look for the beautiful vampire sister Naruna. She waited for Ko at the park. Naruna reminded Ko, her sucking human blood was similar to when they mated. When it comes to sensitive things, Ko's face turns red. Ko is very serious about falling in love with Naruna to turn into a vampire. He opened his neck and asked her to eat him. Naruna was startled and embarrassed. For vampires, being invited to suck blood like this is very lewd. You have to love Naruna first, no matter how much you smoke. So Ko's journey to find love begins. Later, Ko searched and couldn't find Naruna. As he walked, he thought that if he didn't turn into a vampire right away, he wouldn't have to search every night from now on. Naruna appeared. She had just gone looking for a bloodsucker, making Ko uncomfortable. Ko asked for her phone number but Naruna didn't have one. Ko was completely surprised. Naruna remembered that she had gone home to find it. But the phone was a bit big. That's enough. She rolled onto the mattress and called Ko in. Remembering just now, she used to suck other people's blood, making Ko jealous. When Naruna asked to suck blood, he was angry and refused, so Naruna turned over to explain. It's a bit embarrassing but Ko is the most bloodthirsty person she's ever met. Ko held out his neck for her to suck blood right away. He just wanted to be in her room. The next day Ko went to look for her again, only to find her later. Naruna is also looking for Ko. To prevent this from happening he came up with an idea. Ko showed her a compact communication watch. Naruna was more interested in it than he thought. Ko recounts his sad story. When he was young he bought this pair of watches. Because he didn't have a friend to play with, Ko left it in a place waiting for someone to take it. Then Ko was about to call but he stopped and put the watch away and this was the ill-fated watch. Ko gave it to Naruna to keep. With it they could easily communicate with each other from now on. But before that have to experiment. Ko and Naruna split up. The communication range was 150 meters. Ko hasn't called anyone in a while, making him shiver. Ko presses contact and it works. Ko and Naruna talked happily. For the first time when Ko was able to laugh like that, Naruna was also happy. Then she carried Ko out to play. Ko was stopped at the school's rooftop. He had never been here at night before. It was much more beautiful than during the day. Naruna stepped forward and bit Ko's neck. Today Ko felt something about this. Ko suddenly remembered something about Naruna. She doesn't want to have relatives, does lewd things, but when it comes to it, she is embarrassed. Ko immediately changed his address. They have to be friends first. Ko didn't leave until morning when suddenly his watch rang loudly. Episode 3, Akira girl appeared behind Ko. Naruna mentioned Ko's friends. Of course Ko had a friend. However, long time no see makes the friendship go downhill. He wanted to talk to someone so badly that he had to buy this watch. Ko wondered why Akira had that watch. Akira has kept it ever since. She really wanted to talk to Ko, but they were always in different classes. Even when she was in 6th grade, Ko became more open to everyone, causing her to always miss the chance to talk to him. You didn't give that watch to Akira. But Ko left the clock on top of her mailbox. She always waits for Ko to call. It wasn't until recently that Ko didn't go to school that she took out her watch. Ko remembers back in the day when the kids were playing soccer, Ko would sit in a comber and watch the ants. At this time, Akira ran to want to be friends. They make you so easy. Akira is about to go to school, so Ko will meet here tomorrow. Ko excitedly showed off to Naruna. The sleeping girl didn't care. The next day, after Enruna finished sucking blood, Ko returned very early. Naruna knew full well that going to see her girlfriend confused Ko. So from that day on, after seeing Naruna, Ko ran to meet Akira. They sat quietly and didn't say much. Ko suddenly noticed Naruna recently. She laughed and approached, scaring Ko. Akira wondered about this person. Naruna sneered, explaining that they were only having sex. Akira reminded Ko in surprise. Ko tried to explain, but hearing his address, Akira understood. Fearing that Akira misunderstands his relationship with her, Naruna reminds him to stand up and show Akira what their relationship is. Naruna sucked Ko's blood in front of her. Naruna also did not hide the fact that she was a vampire. It was not convenient to talk about it on the street. So they went to the cafe to sit and talk. Akira asked Ko a lot, and he didn't know how to explain why he just found school uninteresting. Akira felt the same way, but she still had to come. If Ko was with her, she would feel happier. Akira asked Ko to go to school with him, but Ko didn't dare to accept. Now Naruto spoke up. Akira claimed to be Ko's friend, so what did she do all this time to make Ko what he is now? Naruna left. Ko immediately chased after her, fearing anger. Naruna was annoyed and didn't let Ko follow her anymore. She flew away directly. Ko still didn't give up. He wandered around the corner of the city until morning and still did not see her. Ko fell and now he noticed the communication clock. He called Narua to apologize. Naruna appeared right in front of him. She wasn't angry, just a little annoyed that she wasn't Ko's first friend. Seeing Ko fall, she kissed him and licked his blood. From now on she will be your friend. Then Naruna flew away and Ko remained dumbfounded.